Doctors found a worm living in a woman's brain. A 64-year-old Australian woman presented with symptoms that doctors couldn't identify. They scheduled exploratory neurosurgery to find out what was going on. Dr. Hari Priyabandi was one of the surgeons.
It was definitely not what we were expecting. Everyone was shocked.
Dr. Bandi says she noticed an abnormal area in the right frontal lobe of the brain and pulled out the worm herself using tumor-holding forceps. It was a worm, and it was alive.
The worm that we found was happily moving quite vigorously outside of the brain.
Measuring 3 inches long, the parasitic roundworm is believed to have caused or exacerbated symptoms of forgetfulness and depression. The surgical team, who were incorrect in their hypothesis that they would find a cancerous tumor in the patient's brain, resisted the urge to squash the worm.
So in my normal life, if I was in the garden, if I saw a worm, I'd be screaming and screeching like the rest of us. But in theatre, we normally are very controlled, and it's certainly not what we expect, but we took that time to sort of take stock, not squish the worm, so the scientists were able to identify exactly what it was. But it's definitely one of those moments in my life where I'm still a little bit traumatized since then. Holding these forceps has caused me some degree of stress.
As for the patient whose brain this worm was taken from, doctors say she's doing well.
She was really pleased to have an answer. For many months she'd been really struggling, and it was really courageous of her to come and have further testing after not having answers for so very long.
How did the worm reach this woman's brain? That is up for debate. The worm has been identified as an Ophidioscaris robertsi, which are usually found in pythons. The patient lives near a lake known for carpet pythons, and though she's had no direct contact with the snakes, she reportedly foraged for greens to eat from the area. Though the worm is out of her brain, the patient is being treated in case the parasitic larvae have invaded other organs in her body. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm TC Newman.